I haven't done a movie review in a while, so I thought I'd do one. I went to the movies today, and as you can tell by the title, I went and saw Good Boys with a few friends. Let's get into whether this film was good, and I'll try not to spoil it for you guys as well. So Good Boys is rated MA, I think it's R in America, and it's very crude. So if you don't like your crude movies, this is not for you. As I said, I'm going to try and avoid spoilers. Normally my videos are spoiler filled, but this movie, I think you should go and watch it. It was enjoyable. So it follows the story of Max Thor, which is a very strange name. I've never heard of someone called Thor. So if your name is Thor, let me know in the comments. I mean, I've heard of him in the MCU, but and Lucas. So they're three best friends in 6th grade. Basically, and this is what made it weird for me, they're exploring their sexual premise, going through puberty, things like that. Now, as funny as this movie was, it was also kind of uncomfortable. Like, I mean, I don't want to think about it too much in that way, but some of the things in this movie kind of went a bit too far. But at the same time, it was really good. Individually, I thought Max was the best character in the film. He was funny throughout the film, had a great storyline, had this love interest that he was aiming to get with for the whole film. He was determined, just showed great quality character, just fun to watch, and the actor that played him did a really good job at demonstrating a kid that has determination to, I mean, kiss their crush. The second person was Thor. So Thor was, he's a softie deep down, but he hardens up for things, and he seems the crudest probably of the group. And these two were fantastic. But the issue for me with the film was Lucas. Now, I know they were trying to show an interpretation of a kid who snitches and all this stuff, but it just got repetitive and kind of annoying in regards to Lucas. He had some funny moments though. This movie has some really funny one-liners, but as I said, the issue is that it kind of feels awkward. You're watching these kids in 6th grade say some weird shit, do some weird shit. There's drug dealing. There was no sex scene, luckily. I really wouldn't be surprised. It was an MA film. But yeah, there was some funny one-liners. There was some enjoyable storylines as well. Now, I'll rate the film at the end, but based on my rating, don't take that away from it, because, as I said, I don't want to spoil it much because I really enjoyed the film. But I won't say what happens, but basically you've got a storyline where a drone for his dad's work for Max, he's told basically not to touch it. If he touches it, shit will go down. Does he touch it? I think you know, but you can predict that far. And then Max is also trying to kiss his crush. They're all trying to get their first kiss kind of thing at this party. They call themselves the Beanbag Boys, which, see, I don't feel like this movie will go down in history, but I don't know why. I feel like Beanbag Boys might become a trend. I feel like there might be groups of kids calling themselves the Beanbag Boy. And this movie, I think generations of people will like it. It definitely has its funny moments. I mean, I was laughing the whole movie throughout, but as I said, when you really think about it, maybe if these guys were teenagers, maybe a little bit better. But the fact that they were literally in 6th grade, which means they're in year 6 and doing all this shit. But you can't take that away. It's fun. These characters really interact well with each other. They're great child actors. There's some funny moments in this film. I almost want to spoil it, but this is spoiler free. And it's not too long a review as well. I'll probably do 6 minutes. I'm at 4 minutes now, so you've got two girls throughout the film that have a storyline to do with the drone. That's all I'll say. Thought they were really good as well. They were good interacting with the kids, especially towards the end. I quite liked the way the film ended. And one thing I liked is there were things I was predicting to happen, and it was quite unpredictable at parts. You didn't know what was going to happen. You didn't know what was in the next scene, how they were going to get out of these situations. But it was kind of like Superbad, and if Superbad was kids, not high school people. But as I said, I think Seth Rogen was behind the film, which makes it even funnier, because I love Seth Rogen. But Good Boys for me, good film, funny, just at the same time, the concept and some of the things these kids do is kind of awkward, but I really enjoyed it. Don't take anything away from this rating because it is not a bad film, but I have decided to rate Good Boys a 6.5 out of 10. Look, I'm going to give you that half, and this is one of the lowest ratings I've given a film in a while. It's just that level of... There was some dull moments. You think, okay, this is going on a bit too long. It dragged on a bit. The funny thing is this film only went for about an hour and a half, and it feels like a 2-hour film. But as I said, so funny, interactions. There was a little Chinese kid, I think his name was Soren, and he was one of the highlights of the films for me. He was only in it a couple times, but he's like, "What's up, dog?" And there's all these different personality. Look, I really enjoyed it, but I'm going to give it a 6.5. It's not a fantastic film, but it's an enjoyable one, a good laugh, and look, I think if you're over 10, you can definitely watch it. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys in my predictions for the NRL Grand Final, unless I get my Titans Episode 3 reaction up as soon as possible. See you guys.